Okay, let us understand the Mendel monohybrid cross with the Punnett square method. Already we discussed the Mendel monohybrid cross. So, what is the Punnett square method? It is nothing but it is a graphical representation explained by Reginald Punnett, Reginald C. Punnett was a British geneticist. What is the use of this Punnett square is very simple. It explains the how many combination of fusion of gametes. It explains the fusion of gametes and proportion of genotypes of offsprings. This is explained in graphical representation, that is nothing but Punnett square method. Okay, let us understand what is the Mendel monohybrid cross with the help of Punnett square. Very simple. The first, we take the one is the male parent and another one is the female parent. Male parent already we have taken in monohybrid cross, tall plant capital T crossed with the dwarf plant small t. So, what happens? This is the female parent, this is the male parent. So, the female parent produces tall plant produces capital T gametes only. This dwarf plant produces only gametes, only one type of gametes, small t gametes. It produces only small t gametes, it produces only capital T type of gametes. So, only one type of gametes produced by the homozygous plants, what we have taken as parents. Now, let us draw the Punnett square. So, these are the gametes. So, these are the possible combinations of genotypes or the proportions of genotypes. How many types of genotypes? This capital T can fuse with the small t, capital T, small t, same capital T, small t, and same capital T, small t, capital T, small t. So, when you cross the parents, then we will get F1 generation. In F1 generation, all plants are heterozygous plants and tall plants, all are tall. This also, this is the total 4 plants or total all combinations are only phenotypically tall plants, but genotypically heterozygous in condition. Now, let us come to the next F2 generation. What will happen in F2 generation? So, F1 plants are selfing. Selfing of the F1 plants mainly leads to the formation of F2 generation. Then F1 plant, one is a capital T, small t, another one is capital T, small t. What will happen? The heterozygous F1 plants able to produce 2 types of gametes, capital T gamete, small t gamete, means that is allele capital T and allele small t. Like that, this also able to produce 2 types of gametes, genotype capital T and the gamete with the genotype small t. So, then what will happen? Now, let us draw the Punnett square. So, now let us take the one is a male, one is a pair female. Male parent produces 2 types of gametes, capital T, small t. Like that, another one also produces same capital T, small t genotype of gamete. Okay, these are the mainly gametes. How many types of gametes? Very important point here. The homozygous plant able to produce only one type of gametes or gametes with only one type of alleles, same alleles. But whereas in heterozygous plants, okay, in F1 plants are heterozygous already, you know. These F1 heterozygous plants produce two types of gametes or with gametes with two alleles. Okay, the genotype may be either capital T or genotype may be either small t. Then let's understand the gametes, fusion of the gametes. How many combinations? Here also 4 combinations we are getting: capital T, capital T, capital T, small t, capital T, small t, and small t, small t. So the 4 types of fusion of the gametes, combination of gametes fusion, 4 different types. Fusion of the gametes, 4 types. The plants, how many types? The genotypes, the proportion of the genotypes of the offsprings means F2. On how many types? The most important in F2, you will observe the 3 different types of genotypes. 3 different types of, what are the 3 different types of genotypes? Capital T, one type of genotype. Capital T, small t, one type of genotype. Small t, one type of genotype. So the genotypes are 3 types, the combinations are 4 types, but the phenotypes are only 2 types. Okay, genotypes are 3 types. Remember very carefully. The capital T is homozygous tall. Capital T small t is heterozygous tall. This is the small t homozygous dwarf. So how many there? This is 1, these are 2, this is 1. So this is 1:2:1. This is the genotypic ratio. So the Mendel monohybrid cross genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. What about the phenotypes? How many phenotypes? Okay, that are formed in F2 generation. Only 2 types of phenotypes. Only 2 types of phenotypes that are produced in F2 generation. Okay, what are those? 3 are tall plants, 1 is dwarf plants. So the phenotypic ratio of Mendel monohybrid cross is 3:1. Okay, whereas genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. But out of these 3 plants, okay, 1 is a homozygous and the 2 are heterozygous. But how can you determine? The phenotypically we can't identify whether it is a homozygous state or a heterozygous state. Okay, but even though the 3 plants are 75% of plants are tall plants, the 25% plants are dwarf plants. Okay, let us understand. Okay, this monohybrid cross results applied to the mathematics by Mendel, that is these results of this monohybrid cross condensibly mainly in the form of binomial expression. So to understand this one, you can express in the form of binomial expression. How is possible in binomial expression? As you know, the x plus by square is equal, you can write the same. The here a is 1/2, b is also 1/2. Why? Because the allele capital T allele 50% of choice, and also like that the small t allele also 50% choice fusion with the other alleles. So next x and y. X y means here is a capital T, y means small t. So how can you apply this? Mainly mathematical application to biology, very simple. So here gametes from male parent, that is nothing but pollen grains. These pollen grains may have either capital T allele or small t allele in F1 plant. So like that gametes from female that means XL. Okay, this XL also may have two types of alleles, either capital T or small t. So, here the fusion proportion of the fusion of the pollen grains to XL is a 50%. The pollen grains with capital T, okay, may fuse with the XL, 50% of XLs with capital T allele or 50% of, okay, chance to fuse with the XL with small t. Like that, the pollen grains of small t, okay, or the genotype small t may fuse with the choice of 50% of XLs with capital T allele, and okay, the pollen grains of the small t may fuse with the 50% of choice with the XL with small t. This is the most important point you have to understand. Then you can apply, okay, you can apply the mathematics logic to the Mendel, okay, monohybrid cross. Then we will get the results like that. Then what will happen? 1 by 2 t plus 1 by 2 t whole square. Then what will happen? 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 1 by 2 t capital T into 1 by 2 capital T, okay, plus 2 into 1 by 2 capital T into 1 by 2 small t plus 1 by 2 small t into 1 by 2 small t, a plus b whole square, like that. Then what will happen? 1 by 4 capital T 1 by 2 capital T small t 1 by 4 small t small t. So 25% of the plants are homozygous tall, 50% of the plants are heterozygous tall, 25% of the plants are homozygous dwarf plants. This is the 1:2:1 ratio what we are observing by using this binomial expression. This is the application of Mendel monohybrid cross to mathematics.